Hey, I wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I am working on. So, I have this series that is coming up. Today is the first day. Today's Friday, May 7th, 2021. I am running a series. It's an open forum discussion space called Meaningful Conversations. So, I had an intellectual curiosity club back in college that I co ran with a friend of mine. And the slogan of it was learning for the sake of learning. So, in a space in college where we were reading academic things and going really hard on and having to write these essays, and really we're reading things to write essays, right? And to be tested on it, and to engage in the material in class, but there's a syllabus, there's a curriculum. Next week we're doing something different and we move in a different way, right? And so there wasn't time always to actually sit down and dissect and really integrate the things that we were learning. And we were learning a lot about race theory, queer, critical queer theory, feminism, womanist studies, all these really intense topics that deserve to be really spoken about and fleshed out. And so we created a space for learning for the sake of learning. And I kind of wanted to take the energy of that and bring it into this new space. So it's called Meaningful Conversations. And I'm just holding space bi-weekly on Fridays, twice on Fridays. So once at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and once at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, to get both groups of people, because I have a lot of folks who follow internationally and I would love for them to join in on the conversations as well. I'm also figuring out I'm trying to think of how to reach things globally, because obviously my context is the US context. That's the only space I can really speak from as an American in other spaces and as an American in my history. So I'm really curious to hear about other people's experiences, trying to figure out how we could do this across languages too eventually, but that's a different conversation. So yeah, just a space to engage bravely. And this might sound, no, I was gonna say bold to people. I don't believe in safe spaces, in that a space can get unsafe really fucking quick. Today, with all this era that we live in of gun violence, right? Literally somebody could walk in at any point with a gun. And again, because bombs exist and stuff, that's a thing that could always possibly happen, right? And it's not being pessimistic, oh no, we could always die. I mean, life is precarious, but also it's not necessary. It's that's a physical level I'm talking about of unsafety. But I'm saying if we're in a space together, even if we're all black people, even if we're all mixed people, even if we're all women or non-binary people or queer people or whatever our identity is, someone can bring up something, someone can say something accidentally, someone can say something on purpose, there could be a response, and all of a sudden the space is unsafe, right? So to me, I like the idea of a brave space, or just a space where people are willing to take risks in, we have made the commitment to listen to each other first, to listen and to ask questions. So if somebody says something that offends you, instead of being get the fuck out of here, right? Or if you feel triggered by it, we're going to practice also listening to ourselves. If you feel triggered, what is the trigger telling you, right? There's emotional regulation that comes into this too. And being able to just sit and have a challenging conversation. We're not always going to agree. And I I was saying in a recent video, this ideal world is not about agreement, or in terms of, it's not we're all going to be yeah, and happy about things. I'm not here for really the compromise. We're figuring it out. I'm here for collaboration. I'm here for all things to be on the table, and then we can figure it out from there. I don't really like compromise. Every time I hear the word compromise, I think of the 3/5 compromise in the States, which is when, black people were considered 3/5 of a person or 3/5 of their population for the vote, whatever. They try to play these word games, but they were considered less of people, and that was a compromise. So I don't like that word of compromising. It often makes me think about, I guess, folding. So I'm here for the collaboration. So I'm holding space for us to collaborate, to chat. If you're interested, I'm going to put the link below so you can check it out anyway. Yeah. Would love to see folks there. Would love to have you there.